Hello everyone, what is up man? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be my review on the first INTEL Macbook Pro that I bought. You would have seen in my previous video that I bought two MacBooks for $200. I've been using those MacBooks for about a week now and my review for it is ready. So without further ado, let's get started into the video. So here I've got the MacBook and now let's open it up and let's turn it on. We'll wait some time for it to load and there we go. MacBook's loading. Okay, that was quick. This MacBook booted up pretty fast considering the fact that I'm using the one with the original hard drive in place. The original hard drive is really good and there isn't any hiccups. So let's just close this. Now let's take a look at the technical specifications. So here we can see that the processor is a 1.83 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo with 2 GB of DDR2 RAM and it's running on macOS X 10.6.8. From this we can see that this MacBook is not the base model but the upgraded version. That is because the original version came with only 512 MB of RAM. So now we're just gonna run Geekbench. There we go, Geekbench is open and let's run Geekbench. And as you can see here, the Geekbench has started running and we should get our results anytime soon. Meanwhile, while the Geekbench is running, let's take a look at the ports on this first gen Intel MacBook Pro. So here we can see that the right side, this is the Apple Display port or the mini DVI, and beside that is the Ethernet, followed by the Firewire, and we have a USB port here. And beside the USB port, this is not a port but it's just a safety lock, just to lock the MacBook in place. And at the side here we can see that this is the MagSafe port in which the laptop is actually running now, and here's another USB port with a headphone jack here and just another audio port here. This is probably a external drive slot, which I'm not really sure, but looking at the opening it looks like an external device input. Now onto the front of the MacBook. Here is where the CD drive lies. So the CD goes straight into this and it starts playing. Now we have taken a look at the ports of this MacBook, and just as we finished, the Geekbench has also been finished and the results are out. Now let's take a look at the results. Here we can see that in Geekbench, this MacBook scored a 2362 for just the overall score. There isn't any multi-core or there isn't any single core scores, just one plain score. For those who don't understand, we will come back to it in a minute. But for now, this is the scores. And there are other scores too, like memory performance, bandwidth performance, and processor performance. But we're not going to go into that. We just need the final score, which is 2362. So that was a really weird score. I wasn't expecting it to score this high. And the reason why I'm thinking now it's scoring this high, it's because the Geekbench running on this computer is not the version that's running on all the newer computers like the M1 Pro and the M1 Max or even the M1 Ultra. This is actually the older version of Geekbench which is supported for this MacBook. So I guess these are one of the disadvantages of downloading the older version of the software. But nevertheless, we were able to do this test and we got a score. Now onto the real world performances. For me, I have personally used this computer for a week now. Of course, I couldn't replace my whole M1 MacBook Pro, which is definitely impossible in 2022 now. But I did use it for note taking, for watching YouTube, and just to write my scripts for YouTube videos. And script writing on Microsoft has been no issues to me. Okay, so why Microsoft? And that is because Microsoft has already been downloaded onto this MacBook Pro, so it's quite easy for me to just use it. The typing of the keyboard has also not given me any hiccups or any issues, but the only issue was the feel of how the keyboard is, because I felt like I was pressing on plastic pieces rather than actual keys. So I guess that's one of the disadvantages, but in the end all the keys in the MacBook works. And for those of you who are thinking of getting a normal web browsing machine, this has been really good, and even though there was a few hiccups, but there wasn't much. The only problem that I faced during the usage of this MacBook was that it was slow under heavy load. Now let's go on to the speaker test by playing some non-copyrighted music and testing the speakers out to see how loud they are. So here's a video. All of you would have known it. You would have even seen this at the start of this video. So this is just my intro. I'm just gonna play it and we're gonna see how it turns out. There you go. There's audio. Yeah, we could hear the audio, but there isn't any video. It's quite hard for things to play video on this, but I guess you'd have known the sound of it. Let me just increase it to full volume first. It's at full volume, so let's play it again. This is the speaker of the first gen Intel Macbook Pro. So I did try playing some YouTube videos, but YouTube didn't work. I don't know why, because before I shot this video, I think a few days ago I was using YouTube and it was working perfectly fine. I don't know why today it's not working, so that's a very sad thing. But during the short period of time when I was using YouTube, it was very bad as the videos didn't play and some of them were very laggy and screen quality was also very bad. And the worst part about this is that Safari didn't open YouTube at all. It said insecure connection and I didn't get to go in. Turn it down another browser. So the name of the browser is 106 Fox. That is the browser that I used to actually break through the Safari ban and actually play some videos on this MacBook. Now on to the big question. Should you buy this MacBook in 2022? Of course, this question is going to be very rare. Not everyone is going to buy this MacBook. But in case if you have this question, this is my answer to it. Buy this MacBook only if you're going to keep it as a vintage machine or a collectible item. This MacBook is definitely not suitable for regular task and regular usage because this definitely can't take it. We saw for our eyes that even YouTube could open, so we can't really use it for daily tasks. But if you're telling me we can just change it an SSD, well, yeah, we could change an SSD, but that's not going to affect the overall performance of this computer by a lot. It just helps with the turning on and booting to the home screen and just the overall opening of the apps and all. Nothing much. So that's how the SSD actually helps. So there isn't really much that the SSD can do. I guess this was a very short review. I guess the shortest review I've ever done. But I just hope all of you would have liked it, because even though it's a small video, a lot of work has been gone through it. So to show your support, do remember to click the like button and do remember to subscribe to this channel. So as usual, lots of retro tech videos coming up and lots of definitely tech videos coming up. And of course, watch my other videos too, all my older videos, and take a look at them and tell me how they are in the comments below. So with that, thank you so much for watching and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Bye bye.